We live. Guess we'll just give everyone a minute just to hop on here. All right, is anybody on now? Can anybody hear me? We're just going to give everyone a couple moments here to hop on, and I don't want to start too early. Might have some late stragglers coming in here. Everyone's probably getting out of work right now, so trying to figure out a good time to give everyone a time to do a live stream. The Boyettes are here. What's going on, Boyettes? Boyette Car Club. Sorry about this glare. You guys can probably see it. The sun is sunning in Florida right now. As you can see, we have the blinds all closed in the back, but still pushing through. Sorry, we've been doing a little cleaning in here. It doesn't look like we've been doing a little cleaning. Angie and I have been moving stuff around, getting rid of stuff. So we have stuff kind of scattered a little right now. So apologize for the visual right now. Angie's here with me too. She's in the background. She's going to be reading the comments. So, because I can't really see the comments, all I see is my face. So actually I'm looking at the camera right now. What do you think, Ann? Should we give it a little more time or? Good. That's good. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. We'll be starting soon. Appreciate you all joining. A live podcast on a Tuesday night with Brewdub. Make sure you guys got your questions going on here because we're going to try to answer as many as we can and talk about what we're going to talk about tonight. Hope you guys enjoy it. It'd be nice to actually interact with you, do another live feed, which is fun. You know, we enjoy getting your feedback, asking questions because we don't really get to do that much. So versus the other podcasts, it's going to be a little different. Berto's Bake Shop's here. Welcome, Berto's Bake Shop. What's up?
Tomas wants to know what's in the cup.
Tomas. Well, Tomas, it is actually tea. It is actually vitamin C herbal tea. No devil's juice in here. How many we got now, Ange?
We're up to 6.
Six? Okay, good. So we'll give it a little bit more time. That's fine. Is everyone getting out of work now? Have you guys relaxing, chilling? The tea is actually hot. So when I do these herbal teas, normally I heat them up. And but there is one that we do have that is you put in cold water and it'll dissolve in cold water, which is, well, not dissolve. Well, yeah, dissolve in a tea. See, brewing other things. It's not just beer here. We don't brew beer, but we do brew coffee and tea, though. All right, so we got a few more on. Guys, so just warn you, sorry about this glare, but, well, I tell you what, let's get started. So, welcome to VW Garage Talk Podcast, episode 18, and this is actually the final season, well, the final episode of season 1. So, if this is your first time tuning in, you're in for a treat because what we're going to do is we're going to recap the whole first season. If you're new, my name is Craig. You probably saw my 73 Beetle in here. It was Brewdub. It's my first car. Got when I was 14. You may have seen our restored 71 bus traveling. We have it currently out in California right now. we're tinkering around on my 61, and that is currently the only project that I have right now that I'm working on. So little teaser for you. But more recently, you may have seen the '07 Rabbit. That was something I acquired back in 2020, 2020, no, 2021. Acquired it in 2021, and I drove it for a little bit, and then I gave it to my dad. My dad got it, and he drove it for 4 years, and now I just recently acquired it. We had AC issues with the vehicle. I put I put an AC compressor in there about a year ago, and it died again. So decided to bring it into with get together with some of my buddies, brought to a shop, and we worked on it. And little, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Black Death. It's a black junk that's all in the AC lines, a compressor. So basically, it's oil, metals, things of that nature, all tied up, junked up. Anyway, I had to replace the condenser, expansion valve, and the obviously the compressor. We did that today and flushed the system, everything, and put everything up. It is blowing ice cold. So AC in the Rabbit, that's a good thing. But yeah. So it's going to be our summer get around vehicle, guys, because it is hot here in Florida right now. I know it's hot all over the world, but it's hot in Florida. The humidity is just, I like the heat, but the humidity gets a little too much in July and August. So Carson Coffee, Rabbit. VW Meats, Rabbit. Taco Tuesday, Rabbit. So the Beetle's going to be on the side burner a little bit here, which isn't a bad thing. I have a couple things I want to do to the Beetle, so not too bad. But anyway, just want to give you guys a reminder, we are live. So if you're listening, let's get interactive. Give me some questions, pops questions in the chat. Where are you tuning in from? What was your favorite episode of the season? These podcasts that we do, I do podcasts with people that I've actually interacted with before. I don't do interviews with people that I haven't met before. Even if they're, I think it's more of an intimate setting, knowing the people, and I love bringing, their VW addiction, I should call it, their scene to us, and things of that nature, what they're working on, how they got into the scene, things of that. And no offense to people that reach out and they want to do a podcast. It's no offense. I don't want to cause any harm, but right now we're just kind of doing it with people that I've known personally, or have met on trips or travel. Just building a little bit more of a connection with them, and I feel more comfortable as I know them, introducing to you guys. And so that's how we're doing it. Things may change in the future. With that, I don't know. I just feel comfortable doing it this way. But I greatly appreciate everyone that we've actually interacted with, everyone that's been on the podcast so far. I appreciate them all being on here and sharing their story with you guys. And that's what it's all about. Just making everyone interact, getting the addiction out there, telling everyone stories. And, that's what it is. That's what it's all about. I'll stop using the word addiction because I don't want to do that. But no, it's just sharing stories. It's connection, right? Ange, connection. Collection. I like that. As I said, Ange is back there. Ange is really the mastermind behind all this. This is the reason why everything's taking place. I'm not very good with social media, but Ange has a passion of doing posting and editing and different things like that, which I'm grateful for, because we enjoy sharing it with you guys. If it was me doing this, it'd be like stick figures and stuff like that, and it wouldn't be too interacting.
You're giving away season 2.
Sorry. But anyway, I'll just yeah. So we're just, like I said, we're just recapping, guys, and kind of babbling on. That's what it's going to be all about. It's just we're going to be kind of like all over the place. You guys have questions, throw it in the chat. Angel's going to tell me as I'm babbling, and I'll try to answer the questions for you. Okay. But it's going to be casual tonight. We're just recapping and celebrating the end of season 1. That's all it is tonight. So our first episode if you guys were with us from day one, our first podcast aired November 26th of 2024. That was our first podcast, and it was a way for us to connect the community with the community. And there's people that don't know certain people, and there's a lot of big people in the scene, and people don't know, and it's good to share that information. It, you know I want everyone to know each other, because there's always a connection. My friend Daniel knows a lot of people, and he knows people. He'll know people, he'll talk to people, and he has a big connection of people. He knows everyone. So that's why they call him the mayor, as what Dan just said. So and it's nice, and he obviously runs local Volk, so we got about 5,000 members in there now. But anyway, yeah, going back to episode 1, and like I said, Angie's the mastermind behind all the social media. I just tell the stories. As you guys know, I've been into Volkswagens nearly 30 years now. We've done cross country ventures. We've done building. We've built the 61 or the 71 bus. We're working on the 61 now, but just tinkering on cars. That's all it really started out with. 2016, I should say. Was it 2016 really when we started doing it? Is the brew dub?
Officially, yes.
Officially, we started doing brew dub in 2016. And it was just a way of sharing stories, videos with friends out west, that wanted to, that I didn't get to talk to or on the phone much. And I just want to show them the cars and go from that. Share our stories, show what projects I'm working on, how the progress is going, things of that nature. And, when we post that stuff on YouTube, other people started liking it and commenting on it. And we didn't necessarily anticipate that. And, which we didn't mind. And we'd answer their questions, and then someone else would join in, or, someone to add us on, on YouTube, and, just started growing from there. And even we're not a big, Brewdub's not I don't want to say it's a big platform, but we're starting to reach more people as we start going on different trips, and it's nice interacting with everyone.
This week we have 15,000 people in our community across all the platforms.
Oh, nice. So so as of this week, we on all the platforms now, social medias, we have 15,000 people, and we want to thank all of you guys for supporting us, and being a part of this. And like I said, that's what it's all about. Encouraging the collection. Well, I'm trying to tame that down a little bit. I've been getting rid of stuff. And we'll talk more about that. The plans of season 2 may change a little bit. So I'll address that later in the podcast tonight, and, see what you guys think of that. But yeah, so let's see. So I'm trying to think. So basically, what do we do from episode 1? Yep. So we went from episode 2. Where did we go? We both were back on the road. I think we just wrapped up leg 1 on the Texas trip. So we were Houston, Texas, Tampa. So it's our Houston to Texas, right? Tampa to Houston. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Tampa to Houston. We share our camping spots, quirky roadside attractions with you guys. We went on some scenic detours. You guys know about the pedal rusting off the bus. We had to fix that. Episode 3 was with the Boombots, my Boombots brothers, my families. And that's really my VW guys. Daniel, Tony, Jimmy, myself. We were going on cars where, 3 Italians and an Irishman. We were going to pick up vehicles. We were always, every Saturday, we're going, doing something, working on a car. We're going all over the place. We're always up to something. And, that we had a great time. It was always fun. Now Tony moved away up in Spring Hill. Tony, if you're listening, we still love you. But we try to hang out as much as we can. And it's tough with life situations going on, but we still make it a point to get together at least once a month for a family dinner, as we call it. Just to try to get together, do something, get the Boombots family together. So you guys have probably heard that in here. So that was episode 3. We talked about that, our hordes, and things of that nature. Episode 4, Ange and I Angie and I completed our 2-leg cross-country road trip from Houston, Texas to Phoenix at that point. That's when we talked about fixing the broken pedal. We joined a convoy through Big Bend. Shout out to Gary, Jake, Dave, Alice, and Dan. We appreciate you guys. That was a great time, and we didn't anticipate that happening at all. We just reached out to some of the groups, just see what was going on Christmas Day, which we didn't really think much would be going on. That's when Ange and I were out there. Reached out, and Gary actually mentioned, he mentioned what they were doing. I said, well, we're going out to Big Bend. We're actually heading that way. We were going to hit another park on the way, but it just worked out. We just went right to Big Bend, and we had a great time. We camped with them, VW Life crew, great group of people, and that's what it's all about, just getting together and having a great time. Everyone's helping each other. It's, as we go on these road trips, I tell you, and I could keep saying it all the time. It's just a Volkswagen community. It's different than any other community. Everyone is so helpful. I mean, you break down. Luckily, we didn't break down, but people break down. There's someone coming up with someone in a group finds out they're driving all the way out to with a tow bar or a trailer and bring you back to their house, working on your car for you. I mean, it truly is. I mean, you don't even need AAA or anything like that, with how helpful everyone is. And, that's what another thing that draws me to the community is just everyone's so helpful. And, it's just a great group of people. So yeah. What's that? Oh yeah. Yeah, so we got to talk to them about our camp to the rest of the. So basically, unfortunately, we couldn't stay with the VW Life crew for long because we had to make our way out because we had to fly out the next day to come back to Tampa. So we were kind of rushed, so we were hung out, ate a little bit, talked a little bit, and just rolled out. We had to go. I think Ange, we made it that night to New Mexico. That's where the gas tank got stolen, guys. You remember that one? And we weren't the only one. We went to the hotel, parked out in front of the hotel. Cameras, everything didn't matter. Next morning, we get out there. Fuel tank, 5-gallon fuel tanks missing off the roof rack, and we went downstairs. We had breakfast, and find out there's other people talking about the fuel tank being stolen, and we found out that another group of people had 3 fuel tanks stolen off their trailer. So it's just a shame, but we live, we learn, and we just hope that the people needed it more than we did. We'll see, but what are you gonna do? But anyway, now we're going back to episode 5. Episode 5 was late in January. Right. And Dan joined us. We talked about buses by the bridge. Daniel's our Boombots family too. Boombots brother. We talked about buses by the bridge. He flew out with us. And so he flew out with our buddy, John. We all flew into Phoenix together, hopped in the bus, drove out to Lake Havasu. Took that trip. That was a fun time. We checked out some cool little restaurants and things on the way. But yeah, it was Lake Havasu. I mean, it's just pretty. It's just the scenery out there. It was fun seeing our friends Tomas and Sintra. They actually made the trip because we were going to make the trip. So thank you guys for going out there. It was awesome. And then Shane and Emily came out there too. So we had a Florida group of people representing there, local folks representing out in Arizona. And the lantern walks are awesome too. It seems more prevalent out west, and we're starting to transition out here in Florida too. We just picked up another lantern. We picked up a turd. Actually, Ange picked up a turd. So it's a brown Coleman lantern. They call them turds. 1981, great shape. We got it for a good price. I just put new mantles on it. We haven't fired it up yet. We're gonna get some fuel for it, and fire that up probably soon. Probably soon. Our other two lanterns are out in California in the bus right now, so we needed something when we're here. We got the Beetle here. That's well, the Beetle and the Rabbit here are running Volkswagens right now. Um, so yeah. So I think what I'll do now, I'm just gonna pause. We'll check the chat. Um, you know, we'll kind of maybe tell me, guys. Do you guys like live? Would you guys like some live podcasts like this, or do you prefer doing it with you know? Do you want the interviews per se or the chats? Just curious what you guys like. You know, do you guys like Vita? Do you like the builds? Solo garage talks? Just Ange and I talking? Just me talking? Road trip recaps? Do you guys want to see only road trips? You guys only want, what do you guys? I just curious, like what the scene. What are you guys feeling? What do you guys want to see? We got anything going on there, Ange? Are questions blowing up right now, or? Okay, cool. We appreciate it. I got the lantern. So our Boyettes gave us a lantern. So they gave us Mr. Fix It, who's our mascot right on the bay window on the dash of the bus, and we just got a lantern from them. So when we go back out the end of August, we're gonna.
Did you ever take that out of your pocket?
I did. I actually I made sure. Okay. So I leave stuff in my pockets and they go in the wash. I didn't put this in the wash, so it's okay. So we'll be bringing that with us when we fly out the end of next month. Okay. Pops. Okay. Well, so we could start intermingling some of those into the podcast. So we could do maybe we'll switch it up. We'll see. We'll put that on the list. All right. You want me to go? Who said? Oh, nice. We'll see how this one. If this one stops lighting, then we'll. Good. Guys, thanks for joining in. We're doing a live feed today. So this is a live podcast. This is episode 18. This is the last episode of season 1. We're just doing a recap of the episodes we've done so far. I'm just trying to find out what episodes you guys liked. I'll just talk a little bit about the episodes here. If we're good, so episode 6, we were talking with our good buddy Gary, VW Jawbreaker, which you guys may know. He's very knowledgeable. He'll probably be bashful, but he's I watch his like engine builds. He is good. I mean, he's very meticulous, and I want to build an engine someday, but I don't know. I just don't think I have the patience, or I don't think I can. I don't think I do it. But Raj said it'll help me, yeah. So I could probably do that. But we talked about his builds. His bus Lulu. He just picked up a new bus. He's been doing a lot of work on that, and he's very good with electrical too. He's got a lot of solar stuff going on in there. Good batteries. So if ever you want to look at how to do some good camping, off grid stuff, go to VW Jawbreaker's page. He's got a lot of good information there for you guys. He's got some good laughs on there. He'll keep you guys laughing. But anyway, thank you, Gary, for all you do for the community and everything like that. We appreciate all your videos and stuff. It's great tutorials. But I think episode 7, we had our good friends Tom and Cintra there too. We had a blast talking with them. Tomas has been in the scene for a long time too. He's been doing cross-country trips for a while, him and Cintra. And that's what really got us inspired in doing it. So they have several Volkswagens, Vanagons. And so they leave them in certain locations and they'll travel, kind of like what we're doing now. We're starting to try that too. And it's, cost effective wise, I think it's cheaper. So we don't have to go drive out there, drive back, Then we have to go drive out, it's not as tiring. So what we could do is just drive out, leave the bus in storage, fly back, figure out a time we want to go back, whether it's a Volkswagen show or go to camping or something. And all we're doing is we're paying for our flight back out there because we got room and board, which is the bus, transportation, the bus. We go to the grocery store, get a bunch of food, put it in the cooler, and our Arctic cooler keeps food, I don't know, for about 4 or 5 days. It'll keep the ice going. So that's what we wound up using. But yeah, so that's, I mean, I think it's the best way to do it. If anyone wants to try doing that too, as far as traveling all these places, it's really the best way. And just look out for cheap flights. Just keep an eye out, and they do pop up every now and again. You got to be flexible with different airlines, though. That's the thing. What's that?
Thomas sent some love in the chat.
Thomas. So thank you guys, appreciate it. But yeah, so they've inspired us too, and
We may have mentioned Freeway Flyer a few times.
yeah, Thomas, we mentioned Freeway Flyer a couple times in that video, and some of these videos here, getting us through California, Arizona. So one of your favorite transmissions. But anyway, thanks guys. Tom and Citra, good people too. They do a lot of traveling. We love watching their videos. Got a lot of cool stuff on there. Then from episode 8, we actually had an interview with our good friend Dave Bronin, Crust Bus. Wild Dave Bronin. He's got to be the most, I don't know, he's driven the bus more than anyone I've ever seen drive a bus. I think he's got 39,000 miles on the bus within 9 months. Is that something like that? He's all over the place. He's all different shows. Great guy. Maybe it's 30,000. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it was 30,000 miles in 12 months. But we'll catch up with Dave again because he's been going to a lot of different shows. We want to find out the shows that we want to go to that he's been to, and we want to find out a little bit more. And maybe we want you guys to know about the shows too, because maybe you guys might like to take that trip too. But we talked about Dave's impressive collection. He's got several buses. He's got some Beetles. And Dave's always down for an adventure. He doesn't seem to question anything. If someone's like, "Hey, we're gonna go here," he's like, "Oh, I want to check that show out." It seems like he spends more time, maybe not in California shows, maybe more out north, maybe up north, out further west. I don't know, or east. He seems to be all over the place. We're trying to get him to go to Nodo, and he may hit Nodo this year. We're hoping that'll be a good show for him. But come on, Dave. Let's come to Florida. We need you here. Let's get Crust Bus out here. I know it'll make it.
Got a question. Will the Westy be here for Bug Jam?
Well, okay. So thank you for the question. The Westy will not be here for Bug Jam. The Westy probably won't be here until January. I think we're gonna have the Westy's plans are gonna be in Texas, probably November, December-ish. Again. So we're going to we're hitting up more shows, and I don't want to give all the details away on some of the shows we're going to be hitting, but we're going to start working our way back down, and we'll hope by January we'll be in Florida, back home. There's some stuff I want to do to the bus. But yeah, the Beetle will be at Bug Jam.
Holiday. I don't know what that one was referencing.
Holiday. What's that, guys?
And we also have a question. Is it possible to have a joint podcast or FaceTime podcast with other VW enthusiasts from out west live?
Yeah, I guess, we could look into that too. And I don't know if you heard before. I like to do podcasts with people that I know, that I've interacted with before. It's just, I feel comfortable bringing them on and introduce them to you guys. It's, I feel better connected to them. I feel like I know them, and there's no offense to anybody. Other people ask to come on the podcast, and it's just, we'll get to that point, possibly, but I don't know. Just I guess I'm just weird like that. I just
You're forming a connection
yeah,
with someone.
right.
You know,
Yeah,
how are other people supposed to connect with?
right. So if I don't know the people and I'm trying to introduce them to you, I feel a little weird. So I just want to know them so I can bring them to your
Holiday
attention.
meant we asked where they're tuning in from.
Oh, holiday,
Holiday, Florida.
Florida. We got our Florida people in here. Florida represent. But yeah. And I think what did we do? We did a on episode 9. That was the bus one, right?
One.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the solo one. So that was the one I was in the garage, I think, along the SO23. It was a what's that?
That was the goal, the idea of what the podcast. People were going to come in the garage.
Yeah. So VW Garage Talk podcast initially was going to be in the garage, and we're gonna maybe interact. We have people in the garage, and we're gonna do interviews in there. Um, yeah, and we were gonna do we were doing the garage series where we were bringing cars in, working on them, and having an interview. Doing videos on that too. But we kind of the garage got full. The garage got full. Let's just say that I had too many projects. I'm trying to get rid of projects so we can try to go back to that. We have plans in the future, for the channel to make it a little more entertaining for you guys.
And get back to the original goal.
To get back to the original goal, yeah. So what we want to do is invite people back over in the garage, and we're going to start doing repairs in the garage, and we're going to talk about it. That's initially what we want to do, but like I said, Ange wanted all these projects, and she got. No, we got the bus in there. And I got a little overwhelmed. I got too much Volkswagen happy and started buying everything. I'm calming down, guys. I'm calming down. I'm going to do some videos for you guys. We're going to do some repairs, and we're going to make it good. So that was the 9th. It was our solo episode, and we even talked about the vision for the 72 Squareback at the time, which that's left too. That's I can't wait to see the future on that. That's. It's still local. It's still local, but we'll see. Yep, we talked about the SO23, the 72, episode 10. Yeah. So squares are a little hard to get parts. I was trying to find like the fuel tank. It was rusted through. There was a rat living in it, and I was trying to find a fuel tank. I had a hard time trying to find Type 3 parts, but they're out there. You just got to look. But what is it? 10. We did our episode with Bill Dwyer, Mr. Nodo himself. Puts on a great show. It's one of the greater shows in Florida. I mean, it's huge. He's got a lot of volunteers. He puts on, he does a great job, and we always look forward to Nodo. It's there's so many different events going on the whole weekend, and the Nova campground's always fun. We camp out there, and I mean that's a show in itself. We got so many cars driving around there, and people partying in there. But it's pretty good. But Bill told us how we got in the scene, and also he started out as a mini trucker. He wasn't always a VW guy, but see, we don't always talk VWs. Just kidding, we do. That's all we talk is Volkswagens. But anyway, big thanks for Bill and all he does to put on Nodo. And I know it can't be easy. It's just everyone there, all the volunteers, they just do a great job, and we appreciate that. So everyone, if you guys got to make sure you can hit that show. Mark your calendar, April 10th through the 12th, 2026. There's a new event coming on. My buddy Derek Henry might be able to tell you about that one. And then
got a comment here that VWs are like potato chips. You can't have just one.
And isn't that the truth? I mean, it's tough. Like I'm forcing myself. I'm trying to force myself to not get any more. I don't know what.
I've seen you on Marketplace. Don't lie.
Yeah, I'm on there. I'm just dreaming. That's all. It's true. My problem is I always find the rusty, ratty ones, and I want those because I want to try to save them. That's my thing, because I feel no one else is going to, and they're just going to rot. So if I can try to get them a second chance, that's what gets me excited when I see that. I guess that's my high when that happens. If I can pull one out of the weeds and send it off somewhere that's going to do something with it. That's all that matters to me. I don't care how rusty it is. But episode 11 was one with a longtime friend, Dave McFarland. He's been in the scene a long time. He's actually the one that actually made the group Local Volks. Him with a few others. He very knowledgeable guy. He thanks. I always say it was the biggest. I thought it was the biggest show the biggest club in Florida. Facebook group. Close, but I was wrong. Jay Gould checked me on that one. Fact checked me on that one, Jay. But yes, Southsiders VW group is bigger. But nonetheless, I mean, big groups. We're still big groups. Everyone's there's a big scene in Florida, and that's what we love about Florida. There's always Volkswagen stuff going on all the time. But we talked about how Local Volks came about. It was a Local Volk before social. Well, how it's funny. They start out with an email address. They're gonna start emailing an email group of different shows, different stuff like that. And Dave and I were talking like before Local Volks, because Dave and I were hanging out before Local Volks started, and we would hang out at a Volkswagen shop near us, and we were talking like, how did we find out about the events going on? Because there wasn't Facebook back then. I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was just pull tabs on the. I don't know. I don't know how that happened. It was just funny we're talking about that, but it was quite a while ago. And then another Dave, my other good friend Dave Evans. We had an interview on episode 12. Dave and I have known each other for a long time. He's just built his garage, new creation garage. He's got some cool cars inside. He actually got the first Herbie replica Beetle. He shared about in the 90s. He got the actual original decals. It was the first one to get that. But he's been in the VW scene over 30 years. He's been there during the 80s. He's helped with Bug Jam, 89 Bug Jam, 90 Bug Jam, in the Bug Jams in the start. He was judging it. But you guys should check out his channel too. He's got a lot of cool things. He does a lot of cool things for the scene. He's got a YouTube page, Dub World VW Adventures. But he had he's oh, sorry.
Oh,
we got another one?
No, so Boyette's said that James hasn't marked for Nodo, so trying to go. And then
what are you guys taking? The Corrado?
Oh yeah, good question.
Yeah, so you guys got a couple Volkswagen you could take. The Ghia, the Corrado.
Maybe they could each take one.
Yeah, you guys can. There you go.
And then also Tomas reminded that the Samba was a place to find out about things.
Oh, okay.
Facebook.
That's right too. The Samba.
Mm-hmm. I think you were mentioning Yahoo chats or something too.
Yeah, it was like Yahoo chat room.
Maybe there was an AOL instant message room.
AOL instant, yeah, that's going back a couple of years, huh? 90s, mid 90s, maybe. Yeah.
Probably the Ghia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Someone wants to know if there's going to be another GTI project coming up.
We'll see. We'll see. So I'm trying to. The Padres will run around here. I got a tarantula, guys. Weird fact. I do have a pet tarantula. He's just two of them, and one of them is climbing all over the place. He's a Mexican redknee. He's excited for the podcast, I guess. Will I get another GTI project? There is talks. Something may happen in the near future, and I will keep you guys posted. Something, but I'll be honest with you guys. Here on out, I don't want to get onto any big projects. I'm trying to concentrate on other things, and I'll tell Angela's excited. There's going to be a little bit of a change maybe in the channel and in life, I guess. So I'm not going to get into any more big projects. The 61 bus is a huge project, and I'm not going to get any more into. I don't want to do anything extensive like that, so I'll just keep that, and I'll just kind of maybe tinker on it. The plan is to get it to Buses by the Bridge. Hope
2027.
hope in 2027. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to be doing more travel. I think we're going to base more of Brewdub on travel, on in the Volkswagen stuff like that.
Maybe I can get you to sell the house.
Yeah, Ange wants me to sell a house so we can just go in the in the bus all the time. So we'll see.
Someone wants to know, is the club space St. Pete air cooled enthusiast still active?
So that was Sven's group. No, I don't think that. No, that is dissolved. Sven's not in the scene anymore. He actually assisted a little bit with the peer show, the recent peer show. I think Alan and Joe, when they were putting it together, they talked to Sven and they had the support with Sven. Sven used to, I just remember going there in the early 2000s to that peer show, and it was a great weekend they put on. And it was just at that time in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, that was like Bug Jam and that were the best shows. But it's just something to being on the pier. You were actually on the pier at that show back in the early 2000s. This show was they did it great this year. It wasn't on the pier, but still it was in the vicinity of it. So it was nice. It was a good throwback. But yeah.
Back to Dave. Bermudez is on.
Bermudez. So I got Bermudez on here. I'm trying to, another Volkswagen guy. I'm trying to get him to get it in the GTI, which he might be getting hopefully a DSG in his future. But yeah, if you haven't visited, going back to my buddy Dave Evans, like I said, he's been with the Bug Jam. He's done Bug Jam for years. He's very knowledgeable in the scene. We just went out to his the Bay Area V-Dubs Club. There was a little reunion club meeting event that they had, and that was a club in the 80s, and they actually had some of the original members there, which was really cool. So we had multiple groups that attended that, and it was really nice. It was warm, but it was really nice. It was a good time. We did that over last weekend. But go subscribe to Dub World VW Adventures. There's a lot of cool things. He keeps up with all the shows, the Florida shows, and so it's a good place to find out shows and things of that nature. Great guy.
Tomas wants to know, for travel, national parks or VW shows?
So yes. So
Yes.
honestly, I'm enjoying, and I think Ange does too, because when we went out to the VW SoCal VW week, we could have been there and did Volkswagen shows the whole time, but we went to the Volkswagen shows. It was cool seeing our friends out there and going to the shows, but we wanted a break. We wanted to explore, and we did half of it going to national parks. And I don't know, Ange. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm liking the national parks. It's just fun, camping in there and just the quietness.
Absolutely.
And Inch feels the same way. We've been kind of enjoying the parks more, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're looking forward to, that park camping feel. So these shows that we're going to, we like the camping shows, Volkswagen shows, and we're looking forward to the Arizona Bus Club's Jamboree in September. So that's going to be in Flagstaff.
Alan wants to know, is there a show with real old, rare VWs anywhere?
So I'm trying to think. So what is that?
Rare vintage Air d'Elegance. We went to.
Yeah, rare vintage Air d'Elegance was. They had some rare cars there, some split windows, and I think they had some low light Gias and 356 Porsches, which was really nice because it was in Germantown, and that was really cool. I enjoyed that. Angie and I went to a German restaurant, and it was really neat. But speaking of Germany, yeah, big show coming up there. and I forget the exact Camberg. Geez, I can't think of the name of the show. They have a show out in Germany, and it is all like early cars, early Volkswagens.
Every like 7 years or something.
I think it's every 7 years.
Is it Bad Camber?
Bad Camberg. I think it's Bad Camberg. I'd love to do that sometime. That'd be really cool to do. But I mean, we've seen videos on YouTube, and it's just, I mean, barn door buses. It's all early. I think it's got to be like I don't know. It's got to be 50s or 50s, 55 early or something. Don't quote me on that, but I know they're all early cars. But yeah. And then Angie and I on episode 13, Angie and I went back on talking about our fourth leg across what was it? Where were we at? Phoenix? That was our Phoenix of Silverado, California show. And you know, we camped there for a few days, which was really cool. The weather was really nice. And just wild out in California how at night and morning it's cold. Not used to that in Florida. It's usually muggy, warm all the time, but it's kind of a nice feel. But just the scenery out there. We're in a mountain valley, and you know, you wake up and just see the mountains, the greenery. Everyone's so friendly out there. It was cool. We reunited with friends, and you know, people saw us from Brewdub. They're like, "Man, Brewdub," and then we start talking. Like they watch the channel. So that was it's kind of odd, you know, seeing that or experiencing that. But I mean, it's fun. It's nice that people are watching and you know share the same passion, and they like the videos and stuff. So. But yeah, it's fun. It's cool meeting new people out there and seeing new cars. You know, it's cool seeing the cars. The Pacific Coast Highway, man, I tell you, that is beautiful. Huntington Beach, I think probably Ange. That's probably one of our favorite spots. Huntington Beach, just cruise up the Pacific Coast Highway. It was fun. Yeah, but yeah, you know, we've been reunited with old friends, new friends, you know, introduced to a ton of VW shows and events, you know, from people there. You know, it seems to always happen like that. You know, we're like, all right, we're going to go to this show once we come back. And then as we're there, we found out about like 6 more shows. We're like, oh, man. So now we're going to plan our trip. We're going to fly back now for this show. So it's cool. I call it networking, learn about different shows. But you know, because you go to a VW show out there and people just pass out flyers and things like that. Yeah, it's wild how big the community is out there. There's a lot of people out West California. It's a big scene out in California. Yeah,
about 5-6 other states.
Yeah, yeah,
events.
Yep, it's true. Yeah, so just like going back to that, the scene, just went to Bugs on the Bayou recently here, just learn about the different shows in Alabama, you know, because that's in the Panhandle, Pensacola area, Alabama, Mississippi, you know, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. I mean, you're finding shows all over the place, Georgia. It's just amazing how many shows there really are. Just the VW scene in the U.S. There's a show all over the place. It's just wild. But you know, you know, we talked about the vintage Coleman cooler trailer. We brought that with us out to the Panhandle, and that saved us a lot too. Just that thing holds a lot of stuff. You know. Yeah, I did see one pop up on Marketplace. I think it was like $250, but it didn't have any of the hardware, like the hinges and stuff like that. Didn't have any of that, which is weird. But oh, $250 had new wheels and everything on it. But you know, we restored ours to a good portion, make it look decent, and we got it registered. And like I said, we've been using it. Brought to Nodo and brought to Bugs on the Bayou, and it's done great. How many miles did we put on the Ange? Over 1,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably over 1,000 miles on that trailer. So it's definitely served us well. And then what did we do? So 13, you and I went to Phoenix and Silverado. So that was a Silverado. And then 14 we had Johnny Jalopy on and EDB. They joined us on the podcast, talking about the car culture, their hot rods. Some more hot rods. He's a Volkswagen guy. He's a hot rod guy. He's an art. He does art, builds TV shows. He's been on TV shows, and he's in the car community. Another channel you guys should subscribe to is Johnny Jalopy Art. He does a lot of cool art, real cool jalopy style, hot rod, rockabilly style art. It's really cool. He does a lot of cool stuff. And he does live sketches on his podcast too, which is really cool. That's talent, to be able to talk and do a podcast, talk on the podcast and paint at the same time. That's sketch. That's talent right there. I mean, if you're in art, you definitely got to hit him up. He'll sketch your car out. He's pretty talented. And they're together, a dynamic duo. They're pretty cool together. But I want to thank you guys for being on our podcast. That was really cool. Hanging out with you guys on there, talking cars and whatnot. But yeah. Anyone else commenting on there, Ange?
Yeah, you got a question. Is it better to avoid building larger engines like 1835s and just stay with factory sizes?
And I mean, so I guess I'm a stock engine guy. I like 1600, but in the Beetle, in the bus, I have 1641. I personally, I don't want to go any bigger than that. And I don't want dual cars because if I'm traveling, to me, it's easier just one carb, only one problem. You're going to have linkage issues. You're going to have carbs going out of sync and things of that nature. I do like electronic ignition. I run Petronix ignition on my cars. People have issues with them. People don't like them. I had the one that I have in the Beetle. I think I've had in there for 20 years now and haven't had any issues with it. It's I guess it's hit or miss. Maybe I'm just lucky. Maybe the new stuff now that they're building isn't as good quality, and I could see that. But so I have that in the bus right now, and we've been traveling. We haven't had any issues on it, and that one I don't know. So the engine that was in the bus, that is the original Petronix on the engine that was bad, and I still have it on the car, and it's made it on Florida, around Florida, and out west. I haven't changed it. So what I did was on Amazon, some of the guys in the group have purchased these like real cheap drop-in little electronic ignitions, and I have a couple of them with me just in case. We'll see if they were cheap enough. I was going to try them just as a quick fix. So I'm just curious on how those run. Some guys in the group run them and they don't have any issues, but they don't go long distances. They're kind of local, but they've had them in there for a few years. So I just want to try them out. I don't know how well they do on spark. If there's an igniting issue there, I don't know. I don't know if they'll handle like a 40,000 volt coil. I'm not sure. But yeah. So that's how I think. I would run stock engine, my preference. I do like the freeway flyer in the bus. It helps on flat runs, not going uphill at all. Doesn't help at all. So it's up to you. I mean, do you prefer to run the heater boxes? I have them in mine. I was just trying to keep it kind of stock. But yeah, that's just an option. Personally, stock. I like stock. I don't like performance at all. You got bigger cylinder walls in the in a stock engine. I hear like 1776 is a good engine to run, and that may be true. But I'm happy with the 1641. Out in California with some of those slash trip that Ange and I went on, it was a little hairy, going up like in just second gear. All we can go is in second gear at times. But it's a loaded down bus with a 1.6 liter engine. I mean, you can't expect to be going too fast. It made it though, and that's the most important thing. But yeah, and then episode 15, Angie and I we went live on that episode. That was our 8-day road trip through California. That was when we went to the SoCal week. We talked about the events, the camping we did in the LA area. We went off grid for a few days in the bus. I went to Sequoia, Kings Canyon National Park. I think were all the places we went to. A couple others in there, but I think Sequoia was, that was that Princess.
Princess Campground.
Yeah, Princess Campground. I think that was our favorite. I think that was my favorite campground.
God, I really liked the Lower Peppermint campground.
Lower Peppermint was really nice. Yeah.
Just waking up under all those trees.
Yeah, so that was our the first campground that we went to in Sequoia, and just we were the only ones there other than the camp host, and just right underneath all the big oak trees. It was just beautiful. That was fun, but it makes us think of doing more off grid stuff. Once just experiencing that, just
Dino Mike's V-Dub Obsession is in the house.
Dino Mike, welcome Dino Mike.
A little late to the party, but we're glad you're here.
We're glad you're here. Appreciate you joining.
Just
Doing a little recap. And speaking of the Panhandle, episode 16 was my buddy Derek Henry and Holly that came down all the way from Pensacola to the Tampa area. They came and they experienced our area. We talked about how they got in the scene and what makes the Gulf Coast community so special. He's really the driving force with behind Bugs on the Bayou VW weekend. And Steve, they got a passion. They really, he really sold us on going, because we found out about it at Bug Jam and he was really pushing it. I'm like, all right, well, we're going to check it out. And we're really glad we did. But he's really the reason why Angie and I went. We told our friends about it. A couple of our friends went with us. Dubs crew. We rolled up there together, and it was a great time. But yeah, the Pensacola area is really pretty. It was an awesome show. You guys should save the dates for next year. It's May 1st or the 3rd. Camping's free, guys. Camping is free, and there's power there and water. I don't know how he does it, but that's how he does it. It's definitely worth it. Right, a bunch of beautiful oaks towering over you. You got shade. It's really nice. Yep. And then I don't know if you guys did see that episode. Derek is also going to be hosting a show at Nodo next year. He has his own Vanagon show. So we got a split bus show, a bay window show, and now a Vanagon show. So he talked with Bill. Bill was excited to see, his ambition with the show and how well he did at Bugs in the Bayou. He's like, you know what? I see what you do. Put on the show. So that's going to be really cool. We're looking forward to see how that turns out for him, and I'm sure it's going to, because I haven't seen a show for Vanagons, and like Tomas, my buddy Tomas and Sintra, they're Vanagon people, and I think they might attend. What do you think, Thomas? If you're still here, curious if you're going to attend that.
Fred, he's got to come out.
Fred, what's up? Come on, you got to come down. You got VW Fred here with his Vanagon. So, I'm trying to think. Helder too. So we'll see who else is going to be there. But just Nodo is definitely a show you guys don't want to miss. You guys got to check it out. Yeah, and check out Bugs on the Bayou too. Another shout out, just search Bugs on the Bayou guy on YouTube. That's my buddy Derek Henry, and he just started his channel, and like I said, he puts on a great show, and we'll be there next year. It's just, after getting that taste of the show, it's a really impressive show, and the trip up there is really cool. Just the scenery. It's like Tampa area and Pensacola. It's like different states. It's like a different world up there. But
Thomas confirms he's planning on going to the Vanagon show.
Oh, sweet. Heck yeah. So maybe we'll do maybe we can roll out there together. We'll see. So do yourself a favor, go subscribe to Bugs on the Bayou guy on YouTube. You'd be happy you did. And you guys might remember our last guest this season, none other than Mr. Gary Alexander himself, VW Life. Very good guy, and I'm happy to know him and happy to call him a friend. A very, very nice guy, very genuine guy. in the VW scene. They do a lot of work out there in Texas, putting on shows, and Gary's very knowledgeable too. But that was our episode 17. Um, but yeah, we talked and laughed about how we bumped into each other in the middle of Texas. He and his crew opened up there and welcomed Ange and myself, um, in our Westy during their Christmas time event. Um, but they invited us to tag along their convoy, and we greatly appreciate them for that. And we had a memorable experience that we just won't forget that. But we talked about the Texas Junk Kings, how they get started, and actually how it put Jake through college without debt. Some of the local VWs that like the VW Harvest they put on, the June Bug Rally and the Love Bug Rally. And again, we all connect on how awesome the VW community is. We had a good time chatting on our podcast. What's that, Age?
Just putting meets together. People
Right.
ask, how do I get it started?
Yeah. Like I said, just putting meets together, just putting something together, and you just got to be consistent with it too. Make the event on, if it's Tuesday, make it every Tuesday, or just, the once a month or something, just to try to get people out there, because in the summer months, like now, it's no one really wants to be out in the Volkswagens, but if you're out maybe in the evening time, go out for or in the morning, it's not that bad. You get the cars out there, and then you're still connecting, and you're building up morale, you're building you're starting to get ambition to start working on the cars too. Once you go out, you're like, oh yeah, and I want to, you start talking about the Volkswagen, you see another one, you're like, oh yeah, I got to start working on this, and then you go home and start working on it. Uh, like you said, all the parts and help, and you get these groups together. There's someone that has parts. We all have parts. We can help, but someone needs a part. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. We actually had a good time chatting on our podcast with him. We actually chatted on his podcast as well. You can tune in to VW Life Good Time Hour on VW Radio to find out more on that one. But yeah, I mean, and that's really today. So our focus is our season 2. We kind of want to go into a little bit, make it a little bit more different. We want to start maybe focusing more in the garage. We want to start talking about projects, what you're working on, things of that nature. We'll probably start doing more on that. We're going to start doing more travel, not just podcasts. We're going to start doing more travel. I think start transitioning away from the projects. I don't want to. That's our new change. We're going to start doing less projects, more travel, and Ange is excited about that. So we're not going to be picking up cars like we were. We might get a car here and there. Might be just a quick little doll up, clean up a little bit, and sell it. Just to find one and sell it, bring it back into public, into VW people's hands. We might, yeah, kind of like what we did with the 71. Just clean up, put rims on it, new tires and everything, clean it up, and got it out of its 16-year hiding spot. And now it's getting work done on Tim's actually gonna fix the bus up in his daughter, and we're looking forward to seeing that project. It's going to be nice to see it on the road. The bus had so much history. We had a lot of documents with it. Original owner's manual, the date it was purchased, where it was purchased, the guy that purchased it, his original name. And so, it was cool still having all that information in the license plates. But
so Bermudez says that you are the reason why he's considering going back to the VW game.
Bermudez, I didn't do it.
You did.
Shh, don't tell.
Don't
tell the wife.
Dino Mike says that our group is like 23andMe for VW. Sharing all over the place.
Yeah, that's true. And that's what's cool about the group. Like I said, everyone has a connection with something. Or if you need a part, someone has a connection. Oh, I know so-and-so that has the part. Or, there's a part somewhere.
He also says to go hit Destin Beach while we're at the Bayou.
Yes. Yeah.
That's on the agenda for next year.
Yep. Destin, we're going to check that out too. That's going to be fun.
Boy, it's got to go. Shark Week is on.
Ooh, good luck. Don't get attacked. Guys, be safe. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being part of all our meets and you know, on the podcast and on our live feeds and everything. We appreciate you guys.
We got another one. Do you find any younger people interested in air-cooled VWs now? Any new blood to keep it going?
So it's funny. Going back to my buddy Derek, he actually did an interview with a young man who's in high school. He was what, 17?
I think so.
16, 17.
Reminded you of yourself.
Yeah, I know. Really, I got my Volkswagen when I was 14. But yeah, it was cool seeing the kid that the young man into the car. I mean, he wrote a song about it, and you know, go on. You have to go on Derek's channel again, and you could see the whole video on it. It was pretty inspiring. He's a musician. He plays music too, and he wrote a song about it. And
How old is Bermuda's son? We're getting him into VW.
yeah, Bermudez's son is into the. Was he 4? I think he's 4. He's into the scene too. He hopped in the Beetle. You know, I think he might have some photos of that. But yeah, you're starting to see that more. And Derek and I had a conversation about opening the scene to like his show, not just air cooled, it's water cooled too. But like he was saying, you bring the water cooled group in, and they're interacting with the air cooled, and then they're like, man, they see a Beetle slammed or something like that, and you know, they want one too. And he told me a couple of the guys in the group, the water cools, picked up a couple of air cooleds now, and they're in the air cooled scene. Now I was really air cooled. I wasn't a fan of water cooled, but now I like water cooled. I do like the water cooled scene. Like after my Mark V GTI, I love that car so much, and I guess that's really kind of opened me up to that. And I had another Mark V GTI, real short, but I was working on, and I got rid of that. But I have the Mark V Rabbit that I got, and then my dad acquired it, and then I just recently acquired it again, and now it has cold AC. I'm so excited. Thanks, Dad, for that. Because we need another vehicle. See, I'm telling you about, I'm not getting in the Volkswagens, but now I'm getting other Volkswagens. Baby steps, guys. Baby steps. We'll get there. We'll get there. But
what does Ange think about building her own air cooled or water cooled to have it?
You know, we kind of joked about that. Remember when we had Mike's? Yeah, Thugged Up. So we had Brewed Up, and then we we're gonna make Thugged Up. So I had I purchased a '74 Super Beetle from another gentleman, Mike, who was in the group. It needed work. It wasn't running. I got it running real quick, and then the floor pans were shot, so I cut all the floor pans out, and I didn't pull the body off. I just put the floor pans underneath and welded them in that way. And we got it looking pretty good. I brought it over to my buddy Tony's place, and I think Daniel came over, Jimmy came over. We worked on it. What did we do? We sanded it down. We bought paint from Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply, and we primed it and painted it, and it didn't look good. I mean, it was paint was bumpy. I mean, it looked good from far away, but you know, I redid the interior in it, and you know, we wound up selling that. But we were joking around that maybe Andrew would have that car, and
I really like the Vert too.
Yeah, the Vert was really cool. I had, if you guys remember the 70 Vert that we had, that was a basket case. I put my beam in the Beetle, the 6.5 inch. The beam that I had in the Beetle, my Beetle Brewdub, it was a 6.5 inch narrowed beam, adjustable beam. I put that in the Vert, and I lowered the rear 3 clicks, outer splines in the back, and it was on the ground. It looked good. The engine that it came with, it was bad, and you know, I started working on that. That's why I had 71 Westy that we have now. I had that as a project, and I had another 77 bus. I think it was 77. Yeah, we called What the Crust. It was so bad. That was another project I had, and I just, at the time, I was getting a little overwhelmed. Sold the 70 Vert to a gentleman, and the Vert went.
Yeah.
Vert went.
I like that one, and then I also
Initially that was going to Puerto Rico, but I don't think it ever made it. We saw it for sale. Was it this last Bug Jam? We saw it for sale, and then we heard it was going to Puerto Rico, and I don't think it did. I don't know. Yeah.
I really liked the squareback too. I thought that would be a fun beach cruiser.
Yeah.
Go down the causeway on Thursday night.
Yep. So you guys remember the squareback? It was rusty, but we were just gonna maybe slap license plates over the holes and different things, and just maybe put turf grass inside. And I was just the floors were rusted out, so I was gonna weld in some metal and then just maybe put some grass in there or something. Just like a beach cruiser, but it's gone, guys. It's gone. All the projects are gone. Really, other than the 61 sub hatch, and I don't plan on getting rid of that. That'll be a.
Is there any guests that people want us to bring back for season 2?
Yeah. So yeah, is there anybody that you want to see back on the podcast for season 2? I was thinking about having Dave back on too, Dave Ronan, Crustbus, because I'd want to hear about his stories again. We have some other friends. I'm not going to mention. We have some out in California and here and there. We actually have a lot of people that we want to bring on. It's just we have a lot of guests lined up for you for season 2. So we hope you enjoy the guests that we're going to be interacting with, and probably people that you have seen on YouTube already on some of the channels. But yeah, I mean, type in the chat who you'd like to see. And like I said, guys, we want to do on repeat people, but let us know who you'd like to see on season 2 again. But we've only been doing podcasts with people that we actually interacted with in the past. So we still got comments coming in, guys. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully this isn't too boring for you. But
quite a few people on still or again.
Okay.
Maybe Jay from Bay Pride.
Jay, are you on here? Jay
that
is
was Dino Mike's recommendation.
Oh, yep. So he's on our list too. Jay is on our list. Yep, Jay's on the list. We have a few people, a few more Florida people. Actually, well, quite a bit of Florida people actually on here. Yeah.
So I think to chat, you have to be logged into YouTube. So.
Okay.
If you can't figure out how to chat.
Okay, if you guys can't figure out how to chat, you have to be logged into YouTube. So if you guys are having issues, or just send us a message through Messenger or something, maybe we'll try to respond to that and get you guys in here. Good old Bay Pride himself. Yeah, Jay's cool. We like Jay.
Anyone viewing have an opinion about electric VWs?
So guys, what's your take on the new ID Buzz, the electric bus? Do you guys, it seems like electric is a touchy topic. People are like, oh, electric, they hate them. Or personally, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind electric. My fear is just the range, and I don't want to be stopping all the time. That's my only fear. I drive it. I don't have anything really against electric. My concern is like the EMF that they put off. I don't know that, and then their distance, how far they can go.
We could barely make it through a park with.
What's that?
I said we could barely make it through a park with our gas, let alone.
Yeah.
Charging.
Yeah. Sometimes we have a hard time getting out of the parks with these campgrounds we're going to with gas. Trying to find a gas pump. Wow, we've been on here over an hour 14 minutes.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a long.
Still a lot of people on, but
are they?
We can wrap it up and.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Yeah, it's up to you guys. Do you guys want to?
Any questions?
Does anyone have any questions? Or do you kind of want to wrap it up here, or what do you? I mean, I'll answer some more questions. We won't go too much longer. It's a school night, folks.
That's why we record.
That's why we record. Yeah, we still anticipate doing recorded podcasts. We don't really want to do. Yeah, we'll just do like the live on our to recap our trips and stuff like that. Ange and I will probably go on to do those ones, and we'll just plan on doing that.
Dino Mike says ID Buzz needs a longer range.
I agree.
Needs to get to the Keys without an hour stop.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and these ID buzzes, I haven't seen any Westy interior and camping interior, so that's a concern too. That's a concern.
There's this couple we follow that are traveling in one right now.
Oh yeah, we're following a couple that are traveling one right now. I don't know what they're what kind of. They don't really mention any issues that they have with it, but I mean, you don't want to list everything, all the negatives or anything. I don't know if they're getting a sponsor from Volkswagen on it or not, but yeah, I'd be curious, like especially camping in but they don't. I say camping in it. It looks like they're going to like hotels. They're staying at hotels, but they're going to different parks and different things, traveling in it. Yeah, you see some of the influencers, they do that. They don't really. You just got to be careful. They don't really live that. They the true VW life. They make it look good, but it's not all about that. I'll tell you that it's tough camping and traveling all in the Volkswagen times. It's fun, but it's tough too. Usually we're not even full time, but I mean we'll camp in it. I mean, there's times that we do go to a hotel like the last day we're going to fly back home, just to get a shuttle back to the airport and clean it, get a nice shower, like a real shower, versus our little shower bag. But I mean, hey, we shower with the shower bag with no heat, just cold water. It's tough, but we do it. It's an experience, guys. But once you're at the park, it just makes it worth it. It's out there, you see the stars.
Thomas says, check out Peace Van's ID Buzz conversation. Very cool.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll check that. Yeah, can you send the link to that? We'll check it out. Now, Thomas, I know you got. So I know you with the Prius and stuff like that. So I know you are probably you don't mind the electric stuff. Do you prefer electric, or do you think you'd get an electric vehicle in the future? Even like the ID4, I think Justin has an ID4, which is the small little car SUV.
Bermudez wants to know, when you and I met, what did I think about your obsession for Volkswagens, or did we meet because of VDubs?
Bermudez. Well, Bermudez and I worked together, but Bermudez actually put on a show. I want to say he didn't put on a show. We put on a show, but he put on the show. He gave us an idea of this. This isn't the first time we met, but we actually had a show at Mellow Mushroom, a VW meet, not a show. I say a show, but it's a gathering. He came up with the flyer and everything for it. He didn't want to post it, so I had Ange post it. So everyone that's listening, the Mellow Mushroom meet is because of Bermudez. He made the flyer and everything. Ange just posted it online. But
he asked when we met,
yep,
what did I think about your VW obsession?
He liked it.
At the time, you only had the Beetle.
Oh, you and I?
Yes.
You
had the Beetle, and you had
Lincoln, right?
Yes, you had the Lincoln, and you had
my town car. I love Lincolns.
Mercedes in the back.
Did I have a Mercedes?
Yep. Oh no.
Oh, I had the cabriolet. I had a cabriolet, a lowered cabriolet.
I had a Mercedes.
Maybe I had a Mercedes too. The 300 diesels. I don't know. I don't know what I had. Do we? Oh,
I knew
maybe.
you had issues.
Was it? I don't know if I had the Mercedes thing, because I think I really, after I started talking to Tony, you're the problem. No, just kidding. It's when Tony and I would get together, we go, oh, let's get this, and then bam, we start buying cars, and we get tired of this, we get something else.
There's been so many.
But I think
cars
that
have
when
come
we
and
got
gone,
together,
I
it was
hate
the
everything.
Beetle and the Lincoln, I think, and
the cabriolet in the back.
the Cabriolet. Didn't I? When we got together, I think I got that.
It was
maybe
here.
Was it here? Okay, so it was just those 3 cars then, I think.
Just 3.
Just the 3. But yeah,
Didn't meet because
I don't
of
think.
Doug's, but
No, we met through. So Tony posted on Local Volks that he's having a distributor issue or spark issue, and he was right up the street. He was new to the VW scene, so I went over there, fixed it, got it going, and then somehow his wife knew. I went to school with his wife, and I'm sorry, his ex-wife. I went to school with his ex-wife, and she was friends with Ange, and whatever happened, they kind of
She told me about
they told each other about us.
About me.
And then I think a couple months later or something like that, we started talking, and Ange just
I couldn't resist.
She just couldn't resist. So all the Volkswagens and everything. But no, but yeah. So that's
I don't mind it.
That was 10 years ago or so.
There could be worse hobbies.
10 years ago, yeah, we met. But yeah, so that's how she felt. She didn't really care too much. She wasn't against it. Kept me out of trouble.
Dino Mike says, "How do you get the video shots of your bus driving by the camera on your trips?"
Well, we have to. Yeah. Well, that's an Ange thing. Ange does those photos. Should I elaborate? She's gonna hop on the bus, and then she's got to take the photos and videos. She takes multiple videos and she has to edit them. I have to go pick up, then drive back. We didn't like that cut. I go back and I drive all the way back out again, then drive back. No, I don't like that. Then we get
better at it.
Yeah. We have a drone too. We haven't really used the drone as much.
I've crashed it a few times.
Yeah, it's crashed a couple times, but
we might upgrade.
We may upgrade. Actually, we will upgrade in the future because we've been talking about that. We want to get better camera wise. So drones definitely. We got I mean, it was a good drone. I mean, it's been a good amount, but I mean, still, it's not. There's a lot better ones out there. Higher quality, maybe a few grand.
We want you to feel like you're in the trees.
We want you guys to feel like you're there. We want you guys to be there. We want to give you ambition to get out there and travel too. Yeah. Maybe we'll get Bermudez to get his DSG GTI.
Tomas says, yes, one day I would like to.
Yeah. No, that would be cool. And I don't have anything against the electric vehicles. The only thing I should say I have now is just the range, and it's cool not having to get gas, but comfortability, yeah, comfort wise. And then you hear things about EMF that they put off a lot of, I don't know, you hear things, people say all kinds of stuff. The phones put off a lot of EMF, who knows?
But Mike says that's fantastic. Super secret, seamless editing. Shh.
Yeah. That's a little sneak peek action just for you guys on
behind the
just for you guys on the podcast live here today. Just for you guys. Yeah.
All right, we're getting close to your
bedtime. It's getting close to my bedtime, people.
And you're out of tea.
And I'm out of tea, so. But anyway, guys, we're gonna cut it here. I just want to thank you guys for being part of this. Thank you guys for your support. Thanks for watching in, tuning in, questioning, interacting. Like I said, we're here because of you guys. You guys show an interest. You want to see stuff like this, so this is why we do it. We get a lot of response with the trips, like the camping trips and stuff like that, and people love to see that, and which is really cool. And our goal is to get you guys out there too. We want you guys to experience that. So hopefully,
if not, we'll take you along.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys have the ability to do that. If not, we'll just take you along with us through video, and we'll kind of go from there. But guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for season 2. It's going to be a little different. We'll probably start posting here in a few weeks. We'll see. Enjoy your summer. Stay cool. Hydrate. It's hot out there. Get the Volkswagens going. Get your cars and coffee meets going. Get your Taco Tuesdays going. If you have AC in your Volkswagen, awesome. But anyway, thanks, guys. Have a great night. Like I said, appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys season 2. Peace.